The Alabama Farmers Federation and the Alabama Farmers Cooperative proudly present Simply Southern with your hosts Jim Allen and Mary Johnson.
Good morning and welcome to Simply Southern. I'm Mary Johnson.
And I'm Jim Allen. This week's show comes to you from Moultrie, Georgia, where we're at Sunbelt Agricultural Expo.
On today's show, we'll show you what North America's premier farm show is all about. Farmers from all over the Southeast are here to see how the latest technology can help them on their farms.
Well, you get to see it, different brands side by side in operation. See a little bit more than just going to the dealer and seeing it on the lot. You get to see how it works.
And while the latest technology is showcased, one of the oldest sports in the country is in the spotlight as canines compete to be named the top stock dog.
This may be the largest spectator dog trial in the United States.
And Cindy Phelps from Bonnie Plants will show us one of the newest parts of the Expo, the Sustainable Living Area, which focuses on growing your own food.
Now this is a new addition to the Expo. The Expo is known for all the different farming plots and equipment that you can find, but now we're really making an effort to put something together for gardeners.
But to get us started, the man who makes it all happen will be with us. Sunbelt Executive Director Chip Blaylock will be talking to us about all things Expo when Simply Southern returns.
There's no such thing as downtime when you own a farm. This is your land. You tend it and try to get the most from it, no matter the weather or time of day. It's been that way for generations. And for generations, your local quality co-op store has been there for you, with a full range of agriculture supplies and services, from feed to fertilizer, seed to grain storage, and the right hardware for any application. You'll always find what you need, plus friendly, knowledgeable advice at your local quality co-op store. There's one near you.
The blessing of Alabama agriculture is more than 3 meals a day. It means independence from foreign nations, freedom to pursue other jobs and activities, conservation of natural resources, and preservation of family values. For 93 years, the Alabama Farmers Federation has brought together the men and women whose work fills our plates and fuels the American dream.
For nearly 50 years, the electric cooperatives of Alabama have been giving young people an opportunity to visit our nation's capital, where they learn about the value of electric cooperatives and the importance of grassroots advocacy. Top students join with thousands of others touring monuments, landmarks, and meeting with their congressional delegation. The Rural Electric Youth Tour program, just one more way the electric cooperatives of Alabama are investing in the future of our state.
When AJ was born with a heart defect, we practically lived at the hospital. We weren't prepared for that. My Alpha customers, my Alpha family made sure we had everything we needed. Now I'm even more motivated to help take care of them. Who I am fits what I do. I am Alpha.
For the best agents in the business, call Alpha.
Welcome back to Simply Southern, coming to you from the Sunbelt Ag Expo in Moultrie, Georgia. As many as 100,000 people from all over the world attended the 2015 Expo.
Joining us today to talk about the event is Executive Director Chip Blaylock. Chip, how did the Expo get started and what is its
Sunbelt
mission?
Ag Expo actually started in 1964 at Abraham Baldwin Agricultural College as a dealer days job recruitment fair for the students. Manufacturers came in and did the job fair, hired the kids, went on through the early 70s, they outgrew the space at ABAC, moved over to the RDC at the UGA campus in Tifton. 1978, Joe Burnside had the dream to have a farm show in South Georgia for the southeastern United States, and the Sunbelt Ag Expo was born in 1978 with 410 exhibitors, and this year we had 1,221 exhibitors.
That's wonderful. Now, the Southeastern Farmer of the Year competition is one of the highlights of this event. So tell me a little bit about the 2015 competition.
I tell you, the Farmer of the Year program is in its 26th year. Swisher Sweet Sunbelt Expo Southeastern Farmer of the Year does a great job of recognizing excellence in agriculture and bringing recognition to the American farmers, the one near and dear to our hearts in the Southeast, for producing the safest, most abundant, most economical supply of food, fiber, and shelter. It's just a humbling week to get to meet all those farmers when we tour their operations in August, and then to get them to the show and really roll out the red carpet for them Give them the recognition they so richly deserve, but they don't really desire. Ricky Cornutt in Boaz, Alabama is an Alabama Farm Family of Distinction in 2015. He and Connie and the family have a beautiful diversified row crop and cattle operation right up there in the foot sand hills. And the overall winner was Danny Cornegie from Princeton, North Carolina, another diversified tobacco row crop, sweet potato and hog producer, contract swine grower up in the middle eastern part of North Carolina.
That really is a little bit of everything.
It is a little bit of everything, but it's so cool to go on those farms, see the technology, see the families working together, see how they've got their succession plans laid out to make sure that family farm continues to thrive through the generations, see the impacts they make on their community, state, and nation with all of the activities and associations that they're involved with.
So Chip, what is it that keeps people coming to this small South Georgia town every year?
You know, I mentioned the Farmer of the Year program. It gives us a grassroots network throughout the Southeast. We go to most all of the Farm Bureau conventions, county agent conventions, sometimes 4-H and FFA, commodity groups. That gives us a grassroots network throughout the Southeast with the 10 states that participate in the Farmer of the Year program. Our exhibitors know when they bring the technology for the farmers to come in and see for those 10 states, that as a result of that networking through the other 50 weeks out of the year, that our exhibitors are going to be able to sell those products, services, and technology to our farmers and ranchers that come to the show. They visit. As a result of the educational process, they do business with one with another. And that's what keeps them coming year after year, is the opportunity to share and learn and take that technology, put it to use on the farm, and make life better on the farm.
Well, Chip, thank you so much for having us here.
Thank you for
really
having us.
appreciate it, and appreciate you taking the time to interview. And it's really just a wonderful expo to be at.
Thank y'all for having me.
Coming up next on Simply Southern, we're headed out to the Expo's 600-acre research farm where farmers can check out field demonstrations and compare the various types of farm machinery and side-by-side trials.
Alabama soybean farmers help fuel the state's economy. Soybeans are used to make clean, renewable biodiesel and are a key ingredient in feed for poultry, catfish, and livestock. Soybeans are used in dozens of products we use every day. But best of all, soybean farmers generate $258 million and more than 4,000 jobs for Alabama's economy, all while helping conserve our natural resources. Explore the power of soy.
We believe a plant should be more than a plant. This one is. It's all you need for your garden to succeed. Because it's a Bonnie plant. It represents hundreds of varieties of Bonnie's quality veggies and herbs. But more, it's from generations of Bonnie people who are passionate about sharing their love of gardening with you. Look for this little Bonnie plant and a whole family of plants like it in your garden center. Bonnie plants, so you'll know how to grow.
Support healthy food from local farmers by purchasing a Farming Feeds Alabama license plate. The tag funds education and promotion efforts, including Ag in the Classroom, agricultural scholarships, and youth programs. Get your Ag tag today.
It's been said, without hard work, nothing grows but weeds. This is certainly true in agriculture. At the Alabama Farmers Federation, we know success is not born of fancy words, grand ideas, or good intentions. It's a result of wise planning, bold leadership, dedicated work, and blessings from above.
Farmers from all over the world come to South Georgia each year to see the latest and greatest in agricultural technology. Now this information is available from a number of sources, but the advantage of seeing it at the Expo, well, growers get to actually see the equipment in action. Here's Kevin Worthington.
Many visitors to Sunbelt get excited about tractor parades, dog trials, milking contests, and other fun competitions. But for farmers and agribusiness owners, the Expo is more about dollars and cents. Whether they have a small cattle herd or manage thousands of acres, farmers from all over the Southeast flock to this tiny town in South Georgia each year to see the latest trends and the newest technologies agriculture has to offer.
I enjoy seeing all the equipment, all the new technology, what's going on, be able to keep up with what's going on in farming and be able to kind of learn some stuff and what I can do different and improvements we can make. Every year I come, I see something I didn't see the year before that, and I think, wow, I've never seen this before. And it's a lot of vendors here. If you can't find it here, it about ain't out there.
While growers appreciate the opportunity to compare the features offered by the different manufacturers, dealers say it gives them the opportunity to show farmers how they can actually save money by investing in the latest technology. Brent Turner grows sod and soybeans and raises cattle in nearby Fort Valley, Georgia. While he's shopping for the latest gadgets, equipment dealers say the Sunbelt Ag Expo is a great opportunity for businesses to showcase emerging technologies that help farmers save time and money.
Equipment gets bigger, more expensive, but also a lot more efficient. And so efficiency is key. So whether it's fuel efficiency, whether it's time is money. And so the more technology advanced our equipment becomes, the more time the farmer or the producer gets back. And so they don't spend as much time in the field, or they can grow more. The farmers are getting older and getting larger acres-wise. So with the same machine that they can do 3 times as much as what they could, say 20 years ago, just with one machine.
Farmers say these field demonstrations go a long way in helping them decide how to invest their hard-earned dollars.
Well, you get to see it, different brands side by side in operation. See a little bit more than just going to the dealer and seeing it on a lot. You get to see how it works and compare them. Give you a little bit better idea of what it's going to do on your farm.
Regardless of whether you're in the market for a combine or a cotton picker, or perhaps something a little more fun. People from all over the country can find something to love at Sunbelt.
There's a lot of people that come out, they say they wait all year. We had one gentleman today say this was on his bucket list. He came down from North Carolina, and Sunbelt Ag Expo was on his bucket list. So, yep, so there's a lot of people out here that enjoy seeing how their clothing, how their food, see everything that they consume is grown.
For Simply Southern, I'm Kevin Worthington.
In addition to the row crop demonstrations, Sunbelt vendors present a number of displays and exhibitions on livestock, including feed, management, and animal handling equipment. Up next on Simply Southern, some of the top animals in the country travel to Moultrie, Georgia to find out who's really the best. But these animals aren't necessarily what you'd expect to find at a farm show.
Brought to you by the Alabama Beef Checkoff Program. Fire up the grills. Beef, it's what's for dinner.
Alabama wheat and feed grain farmers grow food, fuel, and freedom. Their harvest helps feed Alabama's multi-million-dollar livestock, catfish, and poultry industries while reducing America's dependence on foreign countries for energy and food. By combining their strength with farmers of other commodities, feed grain growers are fueling the economic growth of Alabama communities.
Today's farming operation is more complex than ever before, with precision agriculture becoming an integral piece to farm management. AccuField provides precision agriculture technologies and site-specific management capabilities in a simplified and interactive format, helping you put all the pieces of the farming puzzle together. For more information, visit us at www.accufield.com.
Alabama soybean farmers help fuel the state's economy. Soybeans are used to make clean, renewable biodiesel and are a key ingredient in feed for poultry, catfish, and livestock. Soybeans are used in dozens of products we use every day. But best of all, soybean farmers generate $258 million and more than 4,000 jobs for Alabama's economy, all while helping conserve our natural resources. Explore the power of soy.
For the thousands who attend Sunbelt every year, the newest in agricultural technology usually takes center stage. But for nearly 30 years, one of the most popular draws at the Expo showcases a more old-fashioned side of farming. Samantha Carpenter introduces us to some clever canines who are wowing the crowds and maybe giving the gadgets a little competition out in the field.
Rows of tractors, pickers, haulers, and cows fit right into most visitors' expectations here at the Sunbelt Ag Expo. Newcomers to the show probably aren't surprised to see dogs herding their owners into the shade. But herding sheep?
The stock dog trials originated in the British Isles in the 1800s. And the way that the actual competitive trial started was the farmers got together in the pubs at night and started bragging about their dogs. My dog's better than your dog. And so that the stock dog trial was born to prove whose dog was better.
Using a variety of whistles and calls, competitors work with their dogs to guide groups of sheep through a set course before ultimately herding them into a pen. They make it seem effortless at times, but scoring well at these field trials is trickier than it looks.
You always want to handle stock carefully. You don't want them ruffled, you don't want them running, you don't want them scattering. You get the best scores when your sheep go in a nice straight line through the course. If they deviate from the line, then you lose points. If they miss a panel, if you don't get them through a panel, they'll lose points. And when they get to the pen, you want them to just walk right into the pen. That's the ideal.
Despite being tucked away amongst a sea of farm equipment and innovation, the stands at the stock dog trials stay filled throughout Expo Week.
A lot of dog trials don't have a lot of spectators. Some of the bigger ones in the United States maybe have a few hundred, but here at the Expo we have thousands. This may be the largest spectator dog trial in the United States.
While the crowds come for the competition, many walk away with a more practical view of these talented canines.
We do what we can to educate the spectators as to what they can do with a dog on the farm. And of course, a lot of the people that come to watch us do it just for entertainment. But a lot of them do come here to find out what they can do with a stock dog.
And although it seems old-fashioned in today's high-tech world, man's best friend can still be a farmer's best friend in many circumstances.
I have about 100 sheep at my farm, and I bring sheep in to the barn, I take them out, I put them in different pastures, I separate sheep, and this dog basically does all the work. If I didn't have the dog, I couldn't do it.
Well, I had a good friend who bought some cows down in Florida, and he was going to bring them up here and feed them out and make some money on them. Well, he got a whole truckload of cows up here, and he had people, horses, jeeps, and he couldn't get them in a pen to medicate them. He called me. I took 2 dogs to his farm, and we put, I think it was around 200 cows in the pen in just a little over an hour with 2 dogs.
For Simply Southern, I'm Samantha Carpenter.
This was the Stock Dog Trial's 28th year at the Expo, and organizers were thrilled at the turnout. If you would like more information on stock dog competitions, local organizations in your area, breeders, and more, visit the United States Border Collie Handlers Association's website at usbcha.com. After the break, Sydney Phelps is talking about sustainability. It's one of the newest parts of the Sunbelt Ag Expo, and it's all about growing the food that your family requires.
I'm just like my customers. I work hard, and I play hard. I also help my dad on the farm when I can. That's the great thing about Alpha. We work hard for our customers. It's more than price. It's personal attention and great claim service. Hey, bud.
For the best agents in the business, call Alpha.
What one thing can you say about your local quality co-op store? You can trust us. You get what you need for your farm, for your lawn and garden, and the safest products for your pets. We're locally owned and operated, and you can trust that we care about our community and the people in it. So if you're a raised bed gardener, a rose gardener, or if you farm hundreds of acres, the Quality Co-op Store has exactly what you need to get the job done. All this plus friendly, knowledgeable advice. Your Quality Co-op Store. There's one near you.
Support healthy food from local farmers by purchasing a Farming Feeds Alabama license plate. The tag funds education and promotion efforts, including Ag in the Classroom, agricultural scholarships, and youth programs. Get your Ag tag today.
We believe a plant should be more than a plant. This one is. It's all you need for your garden to succeed. Because it's a Bonnie plant. It represents hundreds of varieties of Bonnie's quality veggies and herbs. But more, it's from generations of Bonnie people who are passionate about sharing their love of gardening with you. Look for this little Bonnie plant and a whole family of plants like it in your garden center. Bonnie plants, so you'll know how to grow.
Hey folks, Sydney Phelps here with Bonnie Plants. Today I'm in Moultrie, Georgia at the Sunbelt Ag Expo, and I'm here in their sustainable living garden. Now the garden is only 2 years old, and it's really a neat part of the expo. The expo is known for all type of agriculture with tractors, doing the plant expos for the row crops, and all the heavy equipment, down to the trucks and four-wheelers and anything that you're looking for in an ag lifestyle. Well now we've got a part of the garden here on the expo grounds. Now in this garden, you've got the barns, you've got the tools, you got everything you need for your backyard hobby, and you can find it in one location. This garden is a great example though of a fall garden. You've got okra and peas coming off of a summer transition, early fall season, all the way into your winter squashes, your cold crops such as your chards, mustards, radicchios, all the way to cabbage and broccoli. Now, this is really centrally hubbed right by the tractors and everything here at the expo going on. Now, one key component about this is they even have demonstrations. You can go in the barn behind and find out about seed companies for pumpkins for the fall, all the way down into tools for harvesting. And even with those tools, you get a chance to do a full demonstration right here on the garden. Right here beside me, we've got a sample with Haas tools. Greg Key is going to join us in a few and is going to demonstrate and go over some of the examples of what the tools have and what they're using right here in this very garden to be able to get these produces ready for all the people that come to the expo. Check it out. As I was saying earlier, a garden this big takes a lot of dedication and a lot of volunteer and a lot of involvement. And I want to thank Greg Key for joining us today. Greg, you're hands-on with this garden all the way from the planting stage to what the folks see when they get to the expo, but let's give them some knowledge of what goes on behind the scenes before they actually get to the show.
Yeah, our garden season starts in May. We come out here and we sit down and we start planning the garden for the year for the expo. And we always want to incorporate something there that's of interest to the general public. And this year our theme is pumpkins and squash. Also we got 4 varieties of kale here, and kale is the new superfood. So what we'll do is we'll sit down and plan what we think the consumer wants to see and wants to learn about. We'll start getting our seed together. We'll correspond with Bonnie Seed and start getting our plant schedule together, and we'll kind of go from there.
Well, now, a neat thing about the garden is, as you see the squash and you see all the pumpkins, you see some of the older style garden tools being used, and that's Haas tools. So what can people coming to the expo expect to see with that?
Yeah, we actually have a little demonstration area over here behind us where people can actually do hands-on demonstration with our push plows and with our garden seeder and some of our hand tools to see what fits them and see how they can actually help them grow their own food.
Well, you know, that's one of the best things about coming to the expo, whether you are a big-time gardener with the row crops or a small-time backyard gardener. We've even got the raised beds of what people are looking for there. But to find out more information, you can always go to the websites. Check out HaasTools.com, SunbeltAgExpo.com, or of course BonniePlants.com. Now all of this is available, and Greg, I know that y'all talk about themes with this year being the kale, the pumpkin, and the winter squash. Any ideas of what next year's theme may be?
We'll have to wait to May to see.
All right, folks, come back and check us out. Thanks again, Greg, and we'll see you guys later on.
Yep.
Remember, for more information on how to improve your family's sustainability by growing your own food, check out BonniePlants.com. To find out more about the 2016 Sunbelt Ag Expo, go to their website at SunbeltExpo.com.
And to view past episodes of Simply Southern, or to see what we're working on for future shows, visit our website at simplysouthern.tv.net or like us on Facebook. Again, we want to thank the folks here at Sunbelt Ag Expo for their hospitality. If you've never been, make plans for their 2016 edition, which will be held in mid-October.
And thank you again for joining us this morning for Simply Southern. I'm Mary Johnson.
And I'm Jim Allen. We look forward to seeing you next time on Simply Southern.
Simply Southern is a production of the Alabama Farmers Cooperative and the Alabama Farmers Federation.